and I'm standing on another point, and I give you a ruler, a big giant ruler, measure from here to there. How would you do it? Would you put the ruler crooked, or you put it right straight there to the point? How would you do it? Straight. Straight. Because the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. For this speech, I had to take a survey in Toastmasters, which communication style I am. There's four of them according to Toastmasters. That's what they use. There's direct, there's initiative, there's supportive, and then there's analytical. Four. Direct is where when you speak, you don't cut around the bush, you just go straight forward. You are outcome oriented, and that's the kind of style I am. I'm predominantly a direct with a little bit of analytical. Basically, I'm an Elon Musk. Will you believe that? I'm same as Elon Musk. Direct communication style, but also secondary, analytical, statistics, facts, and so on. These are the type of people that get things done. They are goal-oriented. They're achievers. They're entrepreneurs. They're trillionaires. But there are weaknesses with direct because sometimes they ignore people's feelings. And sometimes people feel like he's kind of like sergeant type and just care for outcomes. They don't care for my feelings and my input. And I'm hurt. So there's weaknesses in that. But if you have somebody like that in your organization to achieve results, they're like sometimes superstars in the company. Then there's initiative. Initiative. This is typified by people like Martin Luther King Jr. They inspire. Imagine in a world where black girls and white girls hold hands to hand, friendly in harmony. I have a dream. These are people that inspire you to really elevate your sense of things. And it's people oriented, but it elevates people. It touches people's emotions. The weakness of this one is that sometimes you inspire. It's called initiative. You start somebody imagining, but sometimes there's no follow through. So if you don't have somebody like a direct to balance you, you might not get things done. Never finish. Then there's supportive. This is almost like a full-blown people type of communication style. Feelings, team, inclusion. Hey, what's your feeling about this? What's your feeling about that? How about your? Everyone has an input. Everyone gets into the conversation. It's team. Mother Teresa type. Don't want to hurt anyone's feeling. We'll take all opinions. We'll include everything. The weakness about this one is that everyone feels good, but something things never get done. When things are wrong or should not be done, no one want to speak up because everyone want to care so much about people's feelings. They don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Here's the analytical. These are scientists, doctors, lawyers. They're detail oriented. They're into facts. Give me the facts, ma'am, just the facts. Give me the stats. Give me the research behind that. So these group of people, the strength is that they're fact oriented. So it's based upon research, it's based upon facts and stats. The only problem with this one, there's a tendency if you just do that without being balanced by the other. Three, analysis of paralysis. Again, never get things done because there's always more facts, more research to do. You never get started, complete anything. analysis or paralysis. So I thought about this. My communication style is purely, predominantly direct, the shortest distance between 2 points. What does this club need to do? Have 25 members, be a distinguished club. What can we do? We need to do that. But then that's the outcome. But we also need to get, here's how I feel it needs to be done. But then there's other members that may feel differently. So if I just do that, just going my way, then I might exclude. And it might still hurt a lot of people's feelings. You might end up actually having less members because I didn't include them. So what I learned is this. The best way, at least when I'm communicating, it depends on the audience. If I talk to a group of scientists, let's say all these are scientists and lawyers and doctors, then even though I'm a direct communication style, I need to focus on talking in such a way that I don't like to receive it. And that is to a lot of stats, a lot of research. No, just give me a little bit. So now, because of that, I have to give my presentation, my communication to them with lots of facts, or else they won't receive them. They won't think I'm credible. They won't receive it. If I talk to a group of teachers, social workers, who are predominantly supportive type, they care about inclusion, they care about everyone's feeling, they care about teamwork, then I cannot be too direct. I need to say, raise your hand if you, I got to have engagement. How do you talk to one another? Let's brainstorm this. Okay, now talk to one another, and then can I show a hand what you said to your neighbor? Basically, you include everyone. So I have to adapt my style so that they can receive my information. Or else they won't receive it that well. So the best way, the best communication style is knowing your particular style according to the survey, and then begin to see what's in the audience. Now, if you're not sure, let's say you don't know for sure, a group of 100 people, you're speaking and you're making, they're paying you a keynote speaker. You got 100 people, they're paying you 1,500. What are you going to do? Then you got to go according to the stats that's in the research. 70% of the people are people oriented. They're in the camp of initiative and supportive. 30, 40. So you got to at least cover the people, the Martin Luther King type of communication style and the Mother Teresa, 70% of your presentation. So now I got to kind of like, I got to I got to tweak my communication style. Don't go according to how I like to receive direct. I got to really twist it because you're talking about the general population. Because only 10% of the people are like me and Elon Musk, direct and a little bit of analytical. So I have to focus maybe a little bit of analysis, some research, maybe some facts, but not too much. The rest, I got to make sure. Raise your hand if I got to make sure there's engagement. I got to make sure that there's some team building or partner share talk. I got to make sure there's some input from the whole audience. Get them all to be engaged, to work as a team. That's it, as simple as that. You got to tweak it. So if you talk to a large group of people, you don't know who they are. As a keynote speaker, I got to appeal to the largest chunk, which is 70% people, Martin Luther King and Mother Teresa. And then with a little bit of stats and research, analytical, and for sure have 10% the outcome, what you want to achieve from this presentation. Give them an achievement. As simple as that. That's all we need to do. And then we will become an effective communicator. We are not changing who we are. We just want to make sure our message, after sharing it, can be understood